Hello and welcome back to Prison Architect. In this episode we're going to be building this mega minimum security block and also trying to figure out sort of defense system a little bit to try and make it easier for our prisoners without allowing them to run off and escape, which in the past they have loved to do. When there's a big open area, they love to then just go and hop over all the fences and get out of here. And learning from those times before, now kept the fences in here, and that should, at least for now, stop them from trying to run off. What else is happening? Got some prisoners turning up here, do we? Presumably I've already had a look to see who's who. Yeah. Ah, yes. We have this problem at the moment. We probably need to just quickly change one of our medium security cell blocks to a maximum security. I wonder if it'd be worth changing this one. Perhaps this one. I'll change this one for now to maximum security, just because we don't have enough space for all of our prisoners. There we go. So that should increase it enough now to house our maximum security prisoners, while at the same time, you know, normal security 93 out of 222, so that should work. Now I suppose this is the problem with having a lot more minimum and medium security prisoners, which is that when they do then kick off and they all then get moved up to maximum security, there is then not enough space for all the prisoners. I tried to stagger the intake a little bit, if I can click it. Stagger the intake. I've closed it for now, but yeah, having that staggered, because I know that they're going to be getting moved up to the higher security. But even whilst doing that, that ratio is very much out of balance at the moment. But moving them all doesn't seem to be too much trouble. Got loads of cash coming in. We need to start putting some nice flooring in. I mean, we've done this section all nice and neat and tidy, and then up here we just gone, don't need to, leave it, let them have their terrible flooring in the canteen, for example. Needs to speed the time up. I want this built so I can get building. I should probably start planning. I mean, we're going to want to have the same up here and down here as we had before. We want a gap of 2. And that needs to be 9. Then we want another gap of 2. Okay, so that's going to be too big. So if we do that, okay, so then there'll be normal cells as well, and then these will be dormitories. And we'll have that up until here. Just put a wall in there for now. that all matches up. Although we're going to want to have a gap, similar to how we have one here as well. But we can now just get building straight away, to be honest. So let's get a brick wall in place of this fence for a start. Otherwise they'll literally just jump straight out of there. And for now we want to lock that open. And I think we should be able to get away with leaving these locked open. And then they'll have to jump over this and then 2 more, so hopefully then they will choose to not do that. We can now change the deployment, hopefully for the last time now. That's going to have to be available, but this area, staff only. That should work. On that forestry to be staff only. Now let's get the cloning tool out wherever it has gone. Quick build. We want to clone as much of this as possible. Oh, it fits perfectly. Look at that, beautiful. I think I made the same comment last time as well. Alright. Now, do we have any sort of doubles that are done? There we go, look at that. Here we go. We can put that here. Now, do I put another one in there, or do I want to leave it so that there's a gap? I think I want to leave it so there's a gap. So, I might just leave it like that for now, and then I can clone this part and put that on. Figure it out at a later point in time. Don't think there's any harm in doing that. Now, because these are... Actually, no, they need to be dormitories as well. These are all going to be dormitories then. Unless... Take that out, put that there. Then we can just have this section as dormitories and these as normal cells. So, get the cloning tool back out. Put these down here like so. Also include the wall. It's helpful to have the cells fully enclosed. Now, right, the mistake that I've made with this planning here is that I want to have that wall done for this section, copying here. So wherever the exits are in here, that's where the exits are in here, and that's why we then have the gap of 2 in there. So I'll just move those walls out. And here we have the 3x3 cells, so I'll copy them all across as well. Very sure. Oh yeah, we're supposed to do a shakedown. It's actually a little bit late to be doing the shakedown, to be honest, but yeah, this isn't gonna work out very well, to be honest. I'm not finding too much stuff though, which is good news. While that's going on, shall I continue with the cloning? Clone these as far along as possible. Could leave all of that section for now and possibly just make all of that solitary confinement. We'll see, we'll see. Copy this section as well. And we're going to need the water pipes. Still all based off of one water pump. I'm not convinced that's how it's supposed to be done, but it still seems to be working. We're going to continue with it. Maybe at some point there'll be a prisoner that finds their way into it and causes loads of destruction. Get all these pipes put in nicely. Be there, and then we want to have a few more vertical ones just to try and allow the toilets right over in the corner to have water going to them. Someone's kicking off, unhappy at the shakedown. No, don't punish the gang leader. Oh, and don't get this dude Paul Young to be going into solitary. He's been very, very well behaved indeed. Almost going to make it up to this cell. Malone, the bane of my existence. Yeah, so this is the reason why we needed to be doing the shakedown. All that's going to occur now, we stick the gang leader back in prison, they all riot again, and then we don't actually see the benefit of having done our shakedown. Right, planning tool. Let's have a look at some of our other cell blocks. Maybe we can, yeah, so they're all 3x3s. That's the method that they've gone for there, so we can probably then just do the same as well. I don't think that was the correct one, was it? For 8 or 9? That's 9. That should work. And we could do a similar sort of layout to what's actually been done here, where we then have the 3x3s along here, and then some bigger dormitory ones up here. That works. Put that brick wall in there, and then start cloning these. They've actually almost completed that shakedown, and they've hardly found anything, which bodes very, very well indeed. Get one more in there as well. Yeah, good. All that money getting spent, but the speed at which we're able to clone all that and get that put in place is fantastic news. And now what we're going to do is we're going to copy, not these ones because they've got the windows and we don't want the windows. We want, yeah, to just copy some nice normal ones like these. Along here. Hold the phone. I've made a mistake. Right, how do I undo all that? Is it that easy? Really? Rooms? Materials, walls. There we go. All erased, as if no mistake was ever made. Right. This time we want to be putting it there. That should then work out now. There we go. We want that wall built there. So we are actually having the exact same paths going along. Then we want to be leaving a gap of 2 here. I think it's going to end up being 3, the same as this cell block. It does leave potential to put a load of solitary cells in. Planning tool, and that shakedown can finish. Yeah, finish. Good. I mean, these workers have got loads of building to be doing, so it's going to keep them busy. So the problem is that they're going to have to be going from this storage facility. What we could do then, potentially, is stick like a temporary storage facility in. Why are they ending up in there? I don't want you to be in there, to be honest. must be the only door that's there as access. Right. We want then to be having these small pipes going right the way along. Something like that. It looks like some of these ones in the middle have been removed. I think that must have happened when we're making a mistake. Probably just remove those pipes as well. Right, back to planning. We need to get these dormitory cells planned out. So yeah, planning. Walls. It's gonna end up coming to here. I already know that's gonna be the case, so okay. So that gap is 19. That looks about the middle there, roughly. What's that? 9. 9. Perfect. So I'll have 2 sub blocks in there. How high are they? 6 high on the inside. What are these? That looks like 7. 6. How wide? Please be 9. Oh, you absolute beauty. I'll stick 2 of these in, although they are the higher quality ones. We don't want the higher quality ones in there. How wide are these? They're not 9. Yeah, so that's not actually worked out too well, to be honest, unfortunately. I was getting all excited there. Right. Yeah, we are going to be able to put an additional one in, so we'll have these. They're going to be going to here. And we can try putting them every 9, for example. See if that works out. Yeah, because it's the same size, it's going to just be identical. Didn't even need to look, really, to be honest. And it's the same height as well, so we can just clone these dormitories. If we clone them one at a time like that, that should work perfectly. Hopefully. And then we need to copy this slightly smaller one as well. Look at this. It's not taking very long at all to get this planned out. I might just leave that building as it is for now, to be honest, and worry about the rest a little bit later on. Now we change all this around and we can fit that onto that power supply. comfortably. Hopefully. If not, I'll attach it all from up here so that we can just break the circuit there if need be. Feels like the game is starting to lag slightly. I'm not sure if I'm correct in that or not, but it might be that we're getting so many prisoners in now that it's starting to reach the limits of my laptop's capabilities. So I may actually have to consider ending the series in a few episodes' time. I don't know, it seems alright. We'll see. I have to keep an eye on the situation. Because the plan is that once a death row prisoner gets executed, that is the end condition that has been set. There's decent tunnels there. Now then, prisoners 280 maximum. Still waiting for them to decline before we can reset that as it should be. Now we've got these dormitories getting put in the same way as these ones, unfortunately. Same as this one as well, where it separates itself off from the rest of the cell for some unknown reason. Then we're going to be able to watch our minimum capacity increase dramatically, which is great news. Maybe we need some more workers to keep on top of this. Look at the exports. That looks wonderful. All that cash. Wait, superior beds in boxes for that. That is going to bring in some hefty cash. Okay, exports. Income 40 grand. Prisoner grant 77 grand. Going out food, not so much. Guard wages 36k. Somehow all of that adds up to 90 grand. How does that all add up to 90 grand? 30, 60. Okay, I'll accept that being a 90 grand expenses game. I'm interested to see what the exports are going to be looking like tomorrow. That's all full as well. I do wonder if we need to be having... See, I'm not sure if having that there is like a good thing, as it allows the prisoners to put them here and then they get exported out, or if that is, you know, causing a potential problem similar to... Oh, come on now. Behave. See, I'm not sure if maybe with here, if we need to be having some export area put in for these prisoners or not. I kind of think it makes sense to have like a close one that the prisoners can just go and put their stuff in, and then be able then to move it later. down here. And I think having storage facilities close to where you're building is always advantageous, and also having them close to the kitchen, I think, even though I'm not convinced that they actually use these storage facilities for the kitchen and just instead use the fridges. Like all that stuff, that's all stuff that is going for up here. It's not good that it's all getting put at the complete opposite end of the prison. Not sure. Okay, well, a hefty expansion to our prison has been built, and we've still got plenty of cash left over, so I'm thinking next up is going to be expanding this area here, and that should then, with a couple more workshops, maybe some other stuff as well, we'll see, certainly the 2 more workshops. I mean, what we could do is put in 2 more workshops and put in a forestry area here, maybe. Then this forestry area here could get converted into an export storage area, and we could have doors on either side potentially, although I think then prisoners would just use that as a entry and exit point, and so it might just be better just to have the 1 door there, and the work staff can just move around. That's not too much additional walking for them. We'll see. Got a rough plan. Might forget it by the next episode and do something completely different, but I reckon even if I've forgotten, I'll probably think to come up with the same rough idea again of to be building these workshops, or maybe building the supermax in here and a new reception. I do think we need a new reception for this area, and we also will need a new supermax, and we can consider putting our volatile and our instigators into the supermax as well. Hopefully that could stop some more of the crimes occurring in our prison. We'll see. But there we go. That's going to end this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. These tunnels are still being a pain, and I shall see you in the next episode.